Be yourself, everyone else is already taken. To live is the rarest thing in the world, most people exist, that is all. Always forgive your enemies, nothing annoys them so much. I am so clever that, sometimes I don't understand a single word of what I am saying. We are all in the gutter, but some of us are looking at the stars. If one cannot enjoy reading a book over and over again, there is no use in reading it at all. It is what you read when you don't have to that determines what you will be when you can't help it. The books that the world calls immoral are books that show the world its own shame. The truth is rarely pure and never simple. Yes, I am a dreamer, for a dreamer is one who can only find his way by moonlight, and his punishment is that he sees the dawn before the rest of the world. You can never be overdressed or overeducated. Never love anyone who treats you like you're ordinary. Most people are other people, their thoughts are someone else's opinions, their lives a mimicry, their passions a quotation. You will always be fond of me, I represent to you all the sins you never had the courage to commit. A good friend will always stab you in the front. Women are meant to be loved, not to be understood. Anyone who lives within their means suffers from a lack of imagination. Every saint has a past, and every sinner has a future. Experience is merely the name men gave to their mistakes. A thing is not necessarily true because a man dies for it. You don't love someone for their looks or their clothes or for their fancy car, but because they sing a song only you can hear. Everything in the world is about sex except sex. Sex is about power. Man is least himself when he talks in his own person. Give him a mask, and he will tell you the truth. I never travel without my diary. One should always have something sensational to read in the train. With freedom, flowers, books, and the moon, who could not be perfectly happy? Death must be so beautiful, to lie in the soft brown earth, with the grasses waving above one's head, and listen to silence, to have no yesterday, and no tomorrow, to forget time, to forgive life, to be at peace. Nowadays people know the price of everything, and the value of nothing. Education is an admirable thing, but it is well to remember from time to time that nothing that is worth knowing can be taught. There is only one thing in the world worse than being talked about, and that is not being talked about. Selfishness is not living as one wishes to live, it is asking others to live as one wishes to live. When one is in love, one always begins by deceiving oneself, and one always ends by deceiving others. That is what the world calls a romance. Anybody can sympathize with the sufferings of a friend, but it requires a very fine nature to sympathize with a friend's success. Never marry at all, Dorian. Men marry because they are tired, women because they are curious, both are disappointed. After a good dinner, one can forgive anybody, even one's own relations. Art is the only serious thing in the world, and the artist is the only person who is never serious. Live the wonderful life that is in you, let nothing be lost upon you, be always searching for new sensations, be afraid of nothing. Nowadays most people die of a sort of creeping common sense, and discover when it is too late, that the only things one never regrets are one's mistakes. Nothing can cure the soul but the senses, just as nothing can cure the senses but the soul. When a woman marries again, it is because she detested her first husband. When a man marries again, it is because he adored his first wife. Women try their luck, men risk theirs. The strength of women comes from the fact that psychology cannot explain us, men can be analyzed, women merely adored.